Welcome back, everybody. If this is your first time to my channel, this is about my deep water culture aquaponics update. It is 3 months in the running. If you want the more beautiful growth, you're going to have to look at the previous video. So again, 3 months in, we've actually processed a lot of different lettuces already, and parsleys and basils, and we've been eating it as we go. And as you can see, I've ate quite a bit, but I left it to grow because it will grow. It will continue to grow. Not as fast as a seed, but well, technically, grows pretty fast. But it is taking up some real estate that other plants could grow in its place. But it has a nice root system and a nice basis, so all it's doing is just growing these additional leaves, and you can pick them up or pick them off as you want. So again, it works for most lettuces. I've been picking off a lot of the basil too, and that seems to keep growing. No problems with that. Going over to my tomato beds, these ones on the end, these are like my bigger variety of tomatoes, the larger tomatoes, and they've come in quite a bit actually. This early girl, the one in the middle here, she ain't very big, but she's got these medium-sized tomatoes that I just love. I've already eaten a couple already, and it looks like a couple of them are just about ready to be eaten as well. And all my tomatoes on the vines are popping in, and as you can see with this big train wreck over here, all these grape cherry tomatoes are popping in. They're everywhere, you know, and I even have 2 of them that are just about ready, little early guys right here. But this is unmaintained tomato plants, so I mean I need to put them on a trellis because the combination of the wind and the extra weight of all the extra growth on it has basically toppled them over. So I need to prune them, clip off all the suckers, and stand them up on a trellis so that they can grow more efficiently and spend all their time and energy on these little flowers and little cherry tomatoes. So I'll show you guys an update on that later. But as you can see, my larger variety of tomato plants are suffering in nutrients. Mind you, I'm doing aquaponics, I'm not doing hydroponics. I can add certain supplements and vitamins and minerals to my system, which I have not done, but would have a better a yield if I would have done so with these 3 particular plants right here, these 3 tomato plants. As you can see, some things don't need it. My basils have been doing pretty good. They're pretty aged though, so pretty much at the end of their life cycle, I need to just take them all down and maybe make some pesto out of it. I got a girlfriend that is a great cook. We've been using our herbs and basils and lettuces periodically here, and it's just great to supplement your own food supply. And you know, if you really wanted to, especially if you're a vegetarian, you could pretty much supplement all of your food via your own garden. So one more step of being self-sufficient. But that's pretty much it, really. I've got some new growth that after picking a bunch of lettuce and so forth and getting rid of some of the parsley out of the way, I've noticed like this is a pepper plant. I don't know what type. It might be ghost pepper, but it might also be a regular red pepper. We'll see. And this guy was growing underneath some of that thick growth in our previous videos. It's just another, I believe it's a cherry tomato plant. And that guy's all kind of crooked, and I don't know. We'll see. I can Probably put them with the other guys over there. But yeah, basil needs to be processed, dried up at least, but probably made into pesto. Purple basil's still coming in pretty good. My spicy globe basil is great. That's finally came in, just need more shade. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, tomatoes are the ones that are going to be growing further, but a lot of this other stuff has reached its peak in growth and has already started to die off. So I needed to stagger those a little bit more next season, just so that I have a constant grow of basil and lettuce. But tomatoes are still coming along. They're still in their growth. They obviously take longer to grow than your other varieties here. So a lot of my videos might be more centered on the tomato plants from now on. My next video will show them in their in a much more healthier and much more maintained state, because right now this is what it grows out to be without any maintenance. But soon I will be putting these, I'll be trimming these up, maybe cloning them a little bit here and there, but mainly putting them on a trellis, and they'll be able to produce more fruit, use all their energy in growing the fruit, and instead of growing new stems like you see right there. Let's see if I can focus on that. Where is that? Come on. So it's like a tiny little branch that's coming out between two branches, you know. Anyway, that's the stuff you got to trim off. You got to prune off before it even grows into a full branch, and eventually it'll have flowers on it, but it's taking all the energy from the rest of the stem to your tomatoes that are already growing and your flowers that are already blooming and trying to pollinate each other. So right now we're kind of at the stage where we just need to focus on what we already have. So again, that's a future video, so trying to keep this as a short update. And for those that have noticed that these are different color tomato plants, that is because, they are lacking in some nutrients. So downfall of aquaponics is that you do have to add certain nutrients to your system in order to make things grow. Some things grow quite well, some things grow and produce, like this little tomato plant is actually producing quite a bit of tomatoes considering how small she is, and some things really struggle. So if you remember, here's a struggling plant. Artichoke just doesn't seem to be doing well, and my rhubarb doesn't seem to be doing very well. I had peas, those didn't work out very well, and certain other things didn't grow as fast. So like rosemary, that's not growing very fast. And pepper plants, they seem to grow relatively fast, but the spicy ones, if you've grown peppers before, the hotter the pepper, it just seems like the slower the grower. So I have actually, that's a habanero you're looking at. That's probably about, you know, as old as this system is, 3 months old. So that's your 3-month update right there on the habanero plant. Not really the best, and it's been overshadowed by taller plants in its past. And that might be a habanero too, but might be just a red pepper. These other varieties down here, they're newer, and I have transplanted them into this system, and those are ghost peppers. So that's my future. More lettuce, you know, more basil, but we're going to focus a little bit more on hot peppers and tomatoes. So anyway, that's your 3-month update with my deep water culture system, DWC Aquaponics. And stay tuned for more updates and more tips and more of me, honestly, just speaking my mind and learning as I go. So This isn't my full-time job. This is more of a hobby. It's been kind of a fun hobby this season. So this has a lot more potential to grow smaller units or much larger units. You could bring these units up to 100 feet long if you like, but my property ain't that big, so here we are. I'm not even maintaining all of my beds, actually. I got 2 more beds that I haven't even used yet this season, so you'll be surprised at how much a 4x8 little unit can supply you with enough food, or at least supplemental or additives to your diet. So alrighty, you guys all have a good one, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more. Catch you later.